Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist.
1 Minute Apologist.
Apologetics seeks to give credible answers to curious questions, to give a defense. What is the message of 2 Corinthians? 2 Corinthians was written about a year after 1 Corinthians by Paul, probably around AD 55 to 56, either from Philippi or Macedonia. This is Paul's attempt to defend his authorship, which was under attack there in Corinth. And in this particular letter, this is Paul seen as more vulnerable than any of his other writings. Paul shows himself in a very vulnerable fashion, talking about weakness and other such things. In this letter, we get a great section in chapters 8 and 9 about extravagant generosity. We learn about our own weaknesses and how in our weakness God is strong. But what I love the most about this letter is how the new covenant trumps the old covenant. And Paul uses this language of jars of clay, that we hold this treasure in jars of clay, he says. What treasure? The treasure of the new covenant, this gospel, this saving gospel, this transformative gospel that can lead to absolute transformation in people's lives. In the ancient world, what they would do when they wanted to hide their treasures is they would hide them in jars of clay. And what Paul was doing is associating us as people as cracked pots. We are jars of clay. And in order for that treasure to be seen, the pot needs to be cracked. It needs to be broken so that the glory of the new covenant can pierce through our life and reach out to others. And the beauty of God's gospel is He meets us in weakness. He meets us in our insufficiencies. He meets us in our inadequacies to show forth His glory. I want to close with this. Back in the late 40s, a little shepherd boy was out in the Qumran community in the Dead Sea region of the world. And he was throwing rocks, and he threw a rock and it hit a pot. And he heard the sound, and out of curiosity, he went into the cave, and what he discovered was some great ancient scrolls. The greatest discovery of scrolls in the 20th century and many centuries preceding. What happened? The pot needed to be cracked before the scrolls could be discovered. Let's not hide out the treasure. Let's showcase it by being broken vessels unto God's glory.